As many of you know, this year I was a finalist at the North American AES convention in San Francisco. It was a huge, huge honor, and I'm really, really thankful to have been able to go do it and to get all the professional and personal validation that came from the experience. The piece I submitted was a song written by Rosemary Gingrich called Where He Goes, and you can listen to it on her Bandcamp page, which I have listed below. In addition to my participation in the student recording competition, which was a big deal, I also went to several presentations and seminars on film sound, film music recording, surround sound music recording, and video game music. I got to meet several big-time sound engineers who were very kind and very encouraging to me. Lastly, the icing on the cake for the whole thing was that my recording program from undergrad from Ithaca College was also there at the convention, and so we just had a great time hanging out and catching up with each other and having good fellowship. Overall, my time in San Francisco was great. Though it was totally worth it, my trip to San Francisco was pretty expensive. Between my flight, my food costs, ground transportation, and the cost of going to the convention, I spent a little over $1,000, mostly financed out of my student loan money. I will be able to get $300 from the School of the Arts in the form of a Career Opportunity Grant. However, to make up the remainder of the costs, I am offering for sale all the music that I have on my Bandcamp page. I have 2 albums, and they are both full of music composed and produced by me, and each one is only $1, though you can have the option to pay more if you feel moved to do so. The first album that I have available is titled Beginnings and is the music that I wrote for the films Drinking in the Sun, Rebuild, and Pinocchio Project. Drinking in the Sun is a film directed by Quentin Norris and was a 4th-year film last year here at School of the Arts. It actually played at Cannes International Film Festival this past summer, so it's a pretty big deal for everyone who was involved in the film. Rebuild is a 7-minute silent film which I did with Jerry Gibson and Process Pictures. It stars Addie Miller, who is famous for being the little girl zombie in the pink tutu on the very first episode of The Walking Dead. The second album I have on Bandcamp is titled Main Titles Volume 1. It's 18 tracks of concept pieces and main titles for various genres of film. The first track is called Springs Eternal and is performed by Live String Octet, which I conducted myself. Another highlight of this second album is a suite of pieces that I wrote for my thesis film, Death and the Robot. Death and the Robot is a 10-minute stop animation silent film directed by the award-winning animator Austin Taylor. You can see a preview of the film using its rough animatic on my YouTube page. Overall, Main Titles Volume 1 is really diverse and has a lot of different styles of music. Both albums can be listened to at any time on my Bandcamp page. Sharing my Bandcamp page on Facebook or on Twitter or telling your friends about it helps a lot. Buying one of the albums, only $1, helps even more. Thank you so much for listening and watching. As a reward, here's my track, Springs Eternal.